Oh, well, you can argue he is the greatest welterweight champion in UFC history, even if he does not make the walk as such here tonight. The Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman, chasing further greatness under the lights tonight.
Just chasing greatness. He's done that time and time again. This guy's profile continues to evolve from becoming the welterweight champion of the world to passing George St. Pierre in the welterweight rankings to being a star in movies with speaking roles.
Yeah. The
guy is doing everything. But ultimately, in order to do all that, he's got to win. He's got to win tonight, and he has won on many occasions. How does he bounce back from that loss to Leon Edwards? It's time to find out.
You're exactly right, and in the aftermath of that Edwards result at UFC 278, he seemed to handle things pretty well, but obviously that clock is about to start, and all eyes are going to be on the former champ, Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman, ready to battle and take home that elusive UFC gold. All right, so here he is, the former two-division UFC champion, George Rush St. Pierre. He's the most prolific takedown artist on paper in UFC history. Despite not having any amateur wrestling chops to speak of, this is a man who, at least in my mind, turned the MMA takedown into a thing of beauty.
Yes, he did. He made it all look so smooth and so great. But it was the striking of George St. Pierre that was so good that made you have to be on awareness the whole time. So as the hands flew up, George St. Pierre had the timing that was unmatched at the time in mixed martial arts. One of the first guys that was truly able to do everything. Before we had specialists, and then we had George St. Pierre, he truly changed the game.
Hall of Famer George Rush St. Pierre is ready to engage yet again. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. And now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St. Pierre.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, with respect to Matt Hughes and everybody else, this is a matchup of the two best welterweight champions in UFC history, and you gotta feel good for Kamaru Usman. He wanted this George St. Pierre fight, and it has finally materialized for him tonight.
Usman feels like this is the last step. This is the last hurdle to cross in order to truly stand alone at the top of the welterweight division's history. It is going to be much easier to say than it will be to do, because George St. Pierre is a beast. And this is the guy that changed mixed martial arts for all time. He can do it all, man. I cannot wait for this one. And that's the danger in the engagement there. Dig and kick.
All right, so there's the takedown from Kamaru Usman. We know he has fallen in love with his jab and his hands a little bit, but back to his bread and butter early in this one.
Well, that's his roots, right? For as good as he is in the stand-up, for as powerful as the jab is, it's always going to be the wrestling of Kamaru Usman that's going to lead.
Well, he's on his back now, going for the rear naked choke. We'll see if he can get under the chin.
Oh! That was beautiful submission defense by this guy.
And now he reverses position. Wow. Usman's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here, making all these shots count.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position. Nice.
Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. Usman grounded pound from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
3 minutes to go. Oh, huge pop from the crowd as the fighters get back up to their feet. I mean, you and I love a good grappling match, but these fighters came to see that.
Yeah, the fans came to see them knock each other out. That's what they're going to get. All the grappling was beautiful to watch, Sean. But ultimately, it is the striking that people show up.
Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
Big knee to the body.
Oh.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You got to go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's right for the picking. Go and pick the truth.
All right, so he continues to use his jab effectively here, DC. He gets that hand to the target pretty quickly.
I mean, just right away, blasting the jab after jab after jab. He's a phenomenal boxer with a vast understanding of fighting behind an educated jab.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
All right, so that calf is starting to bruise up. We'll keep an eye on it.
He's got to check now, because if he doesn't, his leg is going to be so, he's not going to move. He's going to be in real trouble.
All right, so decisive blow right there, DC. He's quick entry here.
Nice single leg entry, rotates ahead, side to high crotch.
Some strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked. Under a minute to go. All right, so the big storyline in this one, his offensive prowess.
Nice double leg shot.
He slams his opponent to the canvas. I think the octagon shaking, DC.
The octagon was shaking. Somebody secure the doors because they are going to blow the roof off of this place.
Usman's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Ooh, pretty good uppercut. Oh, he is on point tonight. Nice combination.
He's going to guillotine.
Oh, gotta protect your neck. Guillotine choke is locked in.
Good job by the champ there. Sliding back up.
Motioning for his...
And he has a great double leg. My goodness, he has a great double leg. Great submission defense on display tonight.
Usman going to work from guard here. Nice combination of strikes there. Very efficient, very effective.
Seems as though he's not going to be deterred. He wants a sub.
5 minutes in the books. All right, so the round is over, and you see some obvious bleeding now. Looks like the cut is on the nose. Yes, it is. Cutman will try to get in there and shut it, but of course, as soon as he absorbs a strike this next round, that thing could reopen. Certainly bears watching here moving forward. All right, so the takedown's the big storyline in that previous round. Let's look back at some of the highlights, DC, and got to be pretty discouraging to get grounded that many times in one round.
Oh, it's so discouraging because all you want to do is let your offense go, but every time you're getting dragged to the floor constantly, you're starting to get fatigued. He's starting to wear on you. Let's see what type of effect it takes on his offensive approach as the next round starts.
Second round underway. Lands a huge right hand. Oh, now lands a kick to the body. Level change for Usman. St. Pierre gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet. A lot of power on display from Kamaru Usman as he lands yet again there.
Kamaru Usman showed in the Obi Covington fight, not only is he the best welterweight in the world, he may just be the toughest welterweight in the world because he went through the fire in order to retain that title. Oh, nice double leg, yes.
St. Pierre's right torso starting to bruise pretty good here. Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. St. Pierre gets back up. All right, so he continues to land, and not exactly what we thought we would see in this one tonight, but the wrestler
Shot a double leg.
Oh, perfect entry to slam him down. Looks as though he will let his opponent stand back up. Yes, Usman's blocking well now. Nice job to protect that already damaged nose as he raises the goal. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working. Double leg shot.
Oh, slams him down with authority, DC. Now we'll see what he can do with it, but certainly an impactful moment in the round.
He slams him down with so much conviction, and nothing is more discouraging for your opponent than being lifted up off of his feet and then slammed back down to the mat. That was a slick transition.
St. Pierre gets back up again. Now he gets a more dominant position with leverage.
He is going to start to drive knees over and over. You got to be careful here. You got to move. He's going to try to take him down. There you go.
Oh, man, the canvas is shaking as he slams him down. All right, so he just decides to get up here and let the opponent up. Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round one. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get him.
On his back now, he's going for the rear naked choke. Oh, that rear naked choke looks tight. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense.
Oh, he got out.
Oh, he got out. He did a great job. He attacked a lot. He got pressure forward, then off to the side, rolled to his back to release that pressure.
Oh, that's how you do it. Postures up and lands to the head. Well, good dexterity and movement here on the ground to avoid any further damage. Well, he's got his back now. All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine. When the opponent turns to the opposite side, he can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out and just go for the finish.
This pace is just absurd. He has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches in bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
Oh, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
And both of these guys should feel pretty satisfied because they both had their moments and they both showed true skill on the ground.
Gets on the feet, his opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was typical Velasquez, a punch of choice. Every time he lands that overhand right, he hurt him bad. This guy has his opponent hurt very badly.
Attempting a choke now. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, so the fight goes the distance. He had all but guaranteed a submission win coming in. Certainly a lot of effort to try to close the show, but nonetheless a pretty complete effort out of him tonight.
Yeah, he did a great job of attacking submissions. Every chance he got, he tried to finish this fight on the mat. He's a great grappler, but sometimes you're in there with guys that are just so well versed. He did do enough, though, to earn a decision. Nice leg kick.
Well, St. Pierre's now dealing with a cheek cut. Man, has his chin been tested early.
Double leg shot.
Oh, John really enjoyed that one. What goes up must come down. Man, I mean, what would that do to me? I'd be out like half a year, bro.
You'd be done, John. You would not be calling fights. You would not be working anymore. Your back would be out. But people get mad when somebody wrestles too much, but they always enjoy slams like that.
Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing amazing jobs. Let's see who gets the job done at the end of this thing.
Oh, there it is. Dump City catches the kick and promptly counters with that takedown.
Great time, great recognition of seeing the kick coming and turning it into your offense.
Oh, he's on his back, but he's moving his head on the ground pretty well defensively.
Get that knee in, shrimp!
Nice positional control here. All right, well, that blow is buffeting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ.
Takes his back now. Oh, looking for the submission now. Oh, that rear naked choke is tight. Pretty athletic off his back to avoid that strike from the top.
Oh, he's got to be careful there, yep.
It's under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
He needs to
better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage. That was nice.
Well, that eye area is getting bloodier with every passing strike.
It's like a target, and he keeps going to it, and you see it's starting to get worse as the fight is going on.
Usman's eye is closing up now. Not good for him. Well, St. Pierre's back to the side control now.
Great shot from the top position.
St. Pierre's got him in a crucifix now. Going to go to work from the top. About 2 minutes here to go in round 3.
It's work. Come on, I'll stand you up. It's work.
All right, so the cut really starting to open up wider now, and you gotta credit this striker for continuing to attack that area.
Just knowing the target, knowing what he's supposed to do, and doing it as effectively as he is right now. This guy's tremendous.
Oh, huge elbow! Constantly a moving target.
Like that!
All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground.
Oh, right into mount.
Oh, that cut is getting worse with every passing ground strike as he lands again. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
St. Pierre's got him in a crucifix. Gonna work from the top now. Oh, man, how much can one man take right on that already swelled area? Might need to call in the doctor here soon.
He pinned his arm. He's got him in a crucifix.
St. Pierre's able to make a nice transition there back into side control.
Yes, smart adjustment. Yep. Using a lot of good movement.
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. We might get a stoppage here. Seconds winding down in round 3.
Very active off of his back. Lands a beautiful strike to the body.
All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship round. All right, well, that's the end of the round, so the location is okay, the cut on the cheek, but that is some serious blood trickling out of that cut there. You got to think maybe at some point they called the doctor in, and if he doesn't like what he sees, maybe they stop this fight. All right, back to the stools we go, and it's starting to look like a second mouth on his cheek.
Yeah, it looks terrible. I mean, the guy is getting hit with big shots. One big enough to open up a nasty cut on his cheek. While it's in a better spot, it still is very difficult to deal with.
Like if he absorbs another strike on that cheek, he might actually be able to eat through that cut on his cheek. I'm just saying.
He's got a big mouth.
All right, 4th round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute of a fight?
This is when you understand that nothing is ever going to be harder. This is the hardest round in fighting. This is going to really test your will and your desire to become champion. Now in sight, there it is.
All right, so now going to position over submission as he bails on the sub. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. All right, well, he's got him softened up here. St. Pierre gets back up. Well, calf kicks have changed the game, and there is another one. A lot of swelling now on that lower leg of his opponent.
I mean, it's all purple and black, John. This guy's getting his legs destroyed.
And that one certainly found the target.
He's just being more aggressive, and because he's being more aggressive and more loose with his strikes, he's landing.
And an immediate transition to the judo throw right into side control.
He's inside control. He's got a ton of options.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Usman's got him in a crucifix now, gonna go to work from the top. That's a lot of blood, man. I think I can smell the B-positive blood type from here.
Yeah, he's bleeding quite a bit right now, and the blood's going into the eye. He needed to address this early. Now he's about to have to go into survival mode.
All right, side control now, DC. When you get side control in a fight, what are you looking for?
When I get to the side control in the fight, and I believe this young man should do the same thing, it's secure first. Grab everything in tight. Make sure your elbows are in. Make sure you've got something locked in so your opponent doesn't just squirm away. Punch short punches, but try to make the opponent make a choice. Either he turns back into you, you take your front headlock, or he turns in the opposite direction, you throw your hook in, and you start looking to get a choke off.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. St. Pierre's got him in a crucifix. Gonna work from the top now. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submission. You can't take all those unanswered strikes. They don't have to be that damaging.
Yeah.
You just got to move. Massive shot lands. It's over, John. Fight's done.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Well, St. Pierre's got him in a crucifix now. Gonna go to work from the top.
Oh, nice. He let him step over to the crucifix.
Under 2 minutes to go.
You need to work out this position.
All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control.
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still
big shots landed by him now.
He is in a lot of danger now. His opponent has beaten him. He's battered him. And now he is wearing it. There's a ton of blood on his face.
Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
Oh, he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. All of that body weight on his opponent.
He's got all the weight on the upper body. His feet are free to do whatever. But the arm stuck between the legs. He is now going to start dropping hammer fists. He's going to start dropping elbows. This is one of the nastiest positions in all of fighting.
All right, north-south position now. We'll see how he chooses to proceed. Well, St. Pierre's got him in a crucifix. Going to work from the top now. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in the half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options, because now you can just...
Whoa, heavy shots raining down.
In the half guard.
All right, so he can't get it here. Again, good awareness by the defensive fighter. All right, so some high-level stuff there on the ground, but as they make their way back to the feet, huge response from the crowd. No surprise.
I love all the grappling that was on display there, but fight fans want to see striking, and that's exactly what they're going to get as he finally makes his way back to the stool.
All right, back to the stools now, and he is no longer the handsome man we once knew. That gash is getting serious. All right, we're going to stay with him and follow him back to the corner to the stool, because that is a really severe cut that he is dealing with. We'll see if the cut man can stem the bleeding here.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Somehow, his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Usman.
Nice transition.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Whiffs on that offering. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. St. Pierre's got a bruise appearing.
Oh, nice elbow. Shot a double leg.
Slams him down with conviction, man. Well, no surprise there as he lets his opponent stand back up. So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse, and you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. You gotta start to watch his reactions now as we go forward. Look at him yank the head and land that beautiful punch in the clinch. Oh, he hurt belly jab.
Man, these are connection like that. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety birds over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
All right, opens the guard, now stacked guard. Well, an incredible fight thus far. Both fighters look like they could be finished at any time. If you wondered about the heart on either side, that question was answered tonight.
Nothing. There are no more questions in regards to these two fighters. Both of these men have been hurt. Both of these men are swollen. They're bloody. They're both, even though they're both willing and ready to continue this fight.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
You need to fight back.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by Kamaru Usman. Fighter trying to pass here, ooh, but gets denied.
Gets denied. Great job, great recognition of seeing what your opponent was trying to do.
All right, well, I don't have to be a judge to tell you he is losing this fight late in the game now. Time to start throwing up those submission attempts, I would think.
Got to keep going. You got to start throwing up submission attempt after submission attempt and hope that something's free for you to latch on to.
Nice. Nicely done. And they separate after exiting the clinch. Usman's cheek is just fauceting blood all over his face, all over the canvas. Like, where's the ringside physician? Maybe time to call on the doctor. I don't know. Oh, back up again. You can't hold a good man down. Big knee there. Oh, now gets it. How about the judo toss there? It's not as easy as it looks, I can assure you.
He passed the half guard.
All right, side control now. 1 minute to go. Absolutely relentless when it comes to the ground and pound. Now working the body. Nice job by Usman.
Let's go.
Changing the position.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Nice knee by Kamaru Usman. And now some separation. Usman's an absolute mess right now. This fight might quick level change. Well, St. Pierre's in half court. Back to his feet. 20 seconds to go in the fight. Final 10 seconds of the fight. All right, so a competitive title fight tonight, Daniel, as many expected. 25 minutes, not enough to determine a winner. Slight lean to the champion, or what?
I do believe he's still champion, but that's why he's the champion. Because when the challenges are the biggest, he usually will step up.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. The official decision is in. It resides with Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 48-46, and 48-46. For the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St. Pierre!
All right, so another dominating effort out of the UFC Hall of Famer George St. Pierre. No surprise as the scorecards are rendered GSP across the board by decision.
Most times when George St. Pierre walks to the center of the octagon to get the decision read, he is sure that he has done enough to win the fight. Tonight, that was the case as he wins another fight by decision.